always get the smiles and the hellos from her. Hi, everyone. How are we doing tonight? It's Monday night. It's a great night. I'm really excited to be here and get this incredible call for all of you partners. If you are a new partner here, put a one in the chat. I want to see how many people, like when I say new, like you've been here for three months or less. Awesome. Hi, Jill. It's great. Let us know that you're newer here because we've got some really great information we're going to go over tonight. And I'm going to just take a second because I'm seeing faces I've never seen before. Hello. It's so nice to see everybody. Hi, Dorothy. Hello, Norma. Hi, JJ. Hello, Cheryl. It's good to see everybody. I'm Lynn Knowles and I'm a little excited tonight. Can you tell? Just a little bit. I'm always excited. And I'm really blessed to be here. I've been with Pruvit for 8 years, and I'm excited about what's happening tomorrow. I'm excited about our future. I'm excited about what's happening. A couple of things are happening tomorrow, I should say. And this is a time to really for me, I'm taking a check on myself. Where's my energy? What's it like? Who am I talking to? Who am I attracting? And where are we all going to go? And I want everybody to leave here tonight with a better picture and a better feeling of what the next couple of weeks and the next couple of months and what does the next couple of years look like for you? Because I promise you, 8 years I've been here, and I put something up on my social media today that said, I am so grateful that I said yes 8 years ago and that I continue to say yes every day because it doesn't seem like 8 years to have gotten from where I was to where I am now. And I can't imagine what the next 10, 20, or 30 years is going to be like for all of us. So I'm blessed to be here tonight with you. And I've got some really great things we're gonna be talking about with some two of my favorite guys. Yeah, Nick, you're one of them. It's okay. You can be one of my favorite guys. Dustin's always been one of my favorite guys. And they're both here tonight to share with you. Dustin's going to come on and talk a little bit about Optimize You. Who's been here and done an Optimize You with us? Okay, great. Awesome. I'm seeing some hands, some hands. Perfect. Because for me, one of the best things that has ever been a part of this company for me, there's a lot, but the education that we get, not so we can go share it with the world because that's what the doctors are for, but to have it as an armor around me, knowing that what I've been doing for 8 years and what I've been putting in my body for 8 years and what it's done and what it's going to keep doing, I've learned through these Optimize Yous that we're going to be doing tomorrow night with Dustin and he's got some really great people coming tomorrow night. It's going to be loaded up. So we want to make sure that you're inviting all of the people you've been talking to, of course, your partners, if they're not here tonight, all of the customers that you have currently, maybe they've fallen off. Let's go talk to them again. We want to make sure that we're doing all of that because tomorrow night could be the difference between somebody making the decision to join us, to put this product in their body and have the best optimized life that they could ever have, or not. So let's go talk to everyone. I want to introduce Dustin because he's going to come on and share a little bit about what's happening tomorrow night. Dustin, I see you. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Look, I just said a little bit about why Optimize You and all of the education that we offer to everyone is so important. And it's so important. It's been important for me to build that belief in the product and where we're going and what we're doing.
Mhm.
And I know that tomorrow night, I mean, you've got a lineup tomorrow night that's like all stars, starting with
Yes.
you always, but we've got some great people. So tell me, like, and I know we're going to talk a little bit more about some other stuff, but let's start with Optimize You. What are you most excited about this particular Optimize You?
Well, this is our very first Optimize You that's going to actually present and focus on K1 and really more of a deep dive into why K1's different. What makes it so cutting edge? What makes it exceptional? How did we even get to this point? 11 years of science that took to get to this point. And so I think that's what I'm most excited about. I'm also excited about the fact that there's so many new people that are here to learn about this, and that's exciting because once you learn what this is, you can't unknow it. And I have a rule I always say is if anybody quits, they always come back. And the reason why is there's only one way to get this benefit. Not that we want people to quit, but the point is that we have such a huge breakthrough in groundbreaking product and technology that there isn't another way to get it. This is it. And but we have to educate people because at the end of the day, most people just don't quite get what this is. So that's why I'm excited.
Well, I mean, that is one of the most important things that we have been doing for 11 years. I mean, you all that have been here since the very beginning, the OGs, and then all of us that have come behind, is truly educate the world. And the lineup that you have tomorrow, I'm not going to ask you to pick your favorite person, but is there anything that you are excited about that will be announced tomorrow or spoken about tomorrow that people here haven't even heard about yet? And you don't have to give us the
Yeah, there's some new studies that we're going to kind of touch about. Um, there's over 2,200 studies right now actively on ketones. So we know it's heavily studied, but some of those times people don't quite really understand the relevance to their own life, right? There's a study on it, but how is it relevant to you? So that's one of the things I'm going to be excited about. But the other one is the tri blend is understanding a little bit more that there is three ketones in here, and that does it does something different to the human body and the brain and the heart that has never been like that's never existed before. And so I think I'm excited about that finally being presented and talked about because we've kind of talked about it but lightly, but never at a high capacity. So those are probably the two things I'm excited about. I think the last thing I'm excited about is we have a solution to something that's really big and a big factor to the world. And I think people sleep on this. And I'm going to create a really cool scenario to show you the contrast and the significance of what we have. And so I'm looking forward to that too. So I'm very, very excited.
That sounds fascinating. I love it. I love it, and I'm really looking forward. You know, I have to say the fact that Gary's with us now, Mr. Gary's with us, and what he brings to the table alongside the doctors, you, our formulators. I don't know of a company out there that can offer what we offer for education. And I just want to say thank you to Dustin. I know that it's a whole team, right? But this has been your passion to,
Well,
to do
I think
these.
it's important to note that a true story. And if you guys haven't met Brian, our CEO, I got on with Brian when the company launched, and very early on. And I asked him two questions. I go, "Why did you choose this business model to bring ketones to the world?" And true story, this is what he said to me. He goes, "Well, if I did it any other way, you wouldn't have heard about it." That's what he said. I go, "Touche." He goes, "But honestly," he goes, "if we just put ketones on the shelf, it could take up to 50 years for anybody to know what they are." He goes, "It's such a intelligent product, but people don't realize, if you think about it, let's just use the GLP-1s that are on the market right now today. Like they've been around since 2004, y'all. They're not new. We're 22 years into that space, and you're now just learning about it. And so with Pruvit, we've been able to take something that's cutting edge and bring it to the world faster any other way because of our business model and our platform. But he says with the way the world works today is that, like, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. You get online, you start Googling or looking up stuff. How do you know what to believe? How do you know what's real? How do you know if it's valid, if it's actually a good thing or not? And so he goes, we need to bring real education with real doctors and real scientists, and because at the end of the day, most people aren't going to believe it. When you start hearing what ketones do, you can use ketones for kids. You can use ketones for professional athletes. I was just on a call today with a college athlete. He's a professional kickboxer, and he's drinking the same product my mom is at 75 years old. And when you start talking about, she's getting out of bed with less achy joints and he's performing better, he goes, my mental clarity and focus has never been this high. He's 24 years old, y'all. Tells me he's been hitting the head a lot. And so same product. And he goes, this is what's amazing by this is that we have to educate people. Otherwise, it's going to sound kind of like snake oil. And he goes, nobody's going to really believe it's real. And to me, I think that's super important for all of us to understand. And he goes, but also, he goes, we live in a world where we need to educate people because people want to change everything so quickly. They want to just chase the next little shiny object when the best thing is for them is maybe simplistically right in front of them. And they just have to finish it. They just have to see it through. But with the right education, they can understand to do that. And so I'm excited because Pruvit doesn't just educate on ketones. We educate on mindset. We educate on how do you improve your lifestyle, on how do you actually make long-term health improvements and changes that are sustainable. And when you add all that up, you transform and really change people's lives. And I think that's what I love so much about our educational platform, because we really addressed all underlying issues that people are going through when it comes to foundational health, mindset, and well-being. So it's an exciting time.
It's exciting. Today's one of the most exciting days. I can't even keep myself contained today because of all the things that are coming tomorrow. And Dustin, I one last question. Um, we always have, our invites that are written out from HQ, on how to invite people, or here is the invite. Give me a little pro tip, if you will. What are some things that people here can do to increase the probability of people actually showing up tomorrow night and tuning in? I mean, voice
Mhm.
memos, what do you suggest?
Yeah, this is how I've been doing it all day today. Is I actually go, you got to look at where people are at, right? If it's somebody that you've been having conversations with already, you could say, "Hey, there's something I just found out about. It's super exciting. It's happening tomorrow night, and it's an education about this new product. Do you want the information?" So it's kind of like you're asking them, "Do you want the information?"
Mhm.
Right? What you don't want to do, first off, is just send them the link. Hey, get on this. The reason why is if they're not available, they just don't respond. If you go, hey, if I can get you a link to, I actually tell people, do you want to be my special guest on this link or on this event tomorrow night, this educational event? It's what I said to everybody. And then when they go back, they go, yes, I do. I'm like, awesome. Here's the link. If you can't make it, just register anyway so we can get you up some following education, some follow-up education after. Okay, that's what I said. And the reason why is I want them to say yes or no to me in the chat if I'm texting them or if I'm on Messenger. Why? Because it tells me where they're at. If they're not interested in education, that tells me about where they're at. If they are, it tells me where they're at, and then I can follow up. If they say, yes, I want to be on, but I can't make it, well, what that tells me is that I can then do maybe a fun social media post tomorrow while the event's happening. And then I tag him in it and I say, hey, Bobby Joe, hey, I can't wait for you to see the replay. This thing is blowing my mind. Why? You're getting them excited about something that you heard. Because excitement is what's going to attract people, not the information, not the link. It's the excitement that's going to get people excited. And so that's what I do. So I'll say it again. Hey, there's something really exciting. We have an education event. I'd love for you to be my special guest. Do you want the information? Almost everybody says yes. I send the information. I send the link over to how to register. I send the times, maybe a little description, very basic stuff. And then when they say, oh my goodness, I can't make it, or oh, they said registered, I get that. I just registered, or it says I can't make it, not a problem. Make sure you register anyway so we can get you follow up education. Because if they register, we can send them an email of the follow up, right? And then you have the opportunity now to follow up with all those people that you send the link to. Now, if there's somebody that you don't know very well, Lynn, maybe it's somebody you're kind of like voyeuring. They're kind of like maybe somebody at work. They're like, hey, why do you have all this energy? You know that, and you could say to them tomorrow at work. You can go like, hey, you know that product I've been drinking? Yeah, I do. We actually have 4 specialists that are going to be talking about tomorrow night. Do you want the information? So they can say yes or no. You always want them to give you a yes or no answer or respond back. If I send you the information, will you watch it? You want them to get some type of conversation based. And the reason why is it tells you where they're at to how to respond next. If you just send it, you don't know where they're at. They think you're just spamming them. You don't have any kind of conversation or communication. So I think that's the most important part, Lynn, is to just talk to them and ask them as a human if they want information about it, and then you can move forward from there.
Ellen says she can't write as fast as you're talking, but maybe someone will
That's
type
okay.
that up in the chat.
I
I
can't think as fast as I talk, so that's okay. We're good.
that's that well, that's true for a lot of us. That's what ketones do. But no, I agree with you completely. It's the conversation. Look, if somebody sent me a message with just an invite, hey, we're all going to dinner at blah 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 tomorrow night. And I'm like, I don't really know half those people. I don't know if I want to go. I don't know. But if someone picks up the phone and calls me or leaves me a
Mhm,
voice memo, I am much more apt to say, oh, I truly am a special guest. Oh, I truly am wanted. Oh,
mhm.
and if I want to be there, you will send me the link, of course. So I love that. If I will you, I love that. And it is also something that look, send them another, like right before. One of my pro tips is 15 minutes before, even though they're registered and they're probably going to get an alert, if they get a quick message from you, hey, I'm going to be looking for you on the Zoom. I can't wait for you to hear all this great information. That's just a great little follow up to remind them to hop on and that you want them to be there and you can't wait to talk to them afterwards to find
Yes.
out all the great things that they learned. So I appreciate that, Dustin, and I hope everybody else did as well. The link and all of that is there for you to be able to send out, but it is definitely the conversation and the relationship you're building with these people. And once they're there and they hear all of this, Dustin, we know that phone starts ringing afterwards. I am ready to
Mhm.
go. Sign
Yep.
me up, right? So we're looking forward to all of that.
Well,
Dustin, go ahead.
one more thing I'll add, I'll let Nick give you the really good news for tonight is this is that remember, it's not always even about them signing up, it's also about them drinking ketones longer. What I can tell you is that if you can get somebody to drink ketones for 60 full days, the likelihood of their body transforming and their belief going up because what we know is the longer you drink them, the more it transforms your health. It takes about 6 to 7 years for your body to completely replace itself. So the longer you drink them, the more it keeps affecting your body positively. So this is also a belief builder for a new customer, maybe that doesn't know a lot about it, for them to commit long term to something that's going to truly transform their life. So it hits the new person and the quote unquote old person or the person that's just getting started out to get more certainty and belief in what we're doing. So it's a double win. That's what makes it so special. That's why education is such a key.
Yes, thank you so much. And that's a
Yes,
great
ma'am.
point. Absolute great point. I like to say the compounding effect of ketones
Yep.
is I'm 63 and I feel like I'm 35 and my doctor is like, "What are you doing?" And that's for me is like I mean, hey, it's truly been the greatest decision of my life. And to continue doing it has been the second. And there's been a lot of great decisions in my life. So ketones are all part of those great decisions all the time. I appreciate you, Dustin, and we'll look forward to tomorrow night, Optimize You. And my second guest tonight is our fearless leader, Mr. Nick Martinez, who has been I just want to say shout out. We need to give a lot of hearts in the comments right now. There has been a few bumps in the road with our this move over into Shopify and our new back office and all of the things and it has been something that this man has handled and has taken care of and is getting things done, you all. We are getting it done. And I want to, yeah, there you go. Let's light it up for him because I told him today, I said, I'm so glad you're flying this plane. I got my seatbelt on, but I'm so glad you're flying this plane. I don't want anyone else to fly it because I know we're going to get there safe. I know that we're going to get there sound, and I know that we're going to be able to take that jet off again anytime that we want. So, Nick Martinez, hello.
Hi, hi.
Hi. We're going to talk a little bit tonight about something special that's happening tomorrow. I mean, it's just another day in paradise around here, but I think we got a new product and a new business model and a new all kinds of things that might be taken off tomorrow on that plane. Is that what we're doing?
I think so.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So
I'm
let's talk about that. I mean, I know you're excited, and I do honestly believe that everybody here needs to hear all of the things from you tonight that might be really, really important for them to be. Um, we're all successful, right? Having conversations is success around here. But let's talk about K1 launch.
awesome. Well, good to see everybody. My name's Nick. If I haven't met you yet, welcome to the community if you are new with us. I'm really excited because tomorrow, or really tonight at 12:01 a.m. Central Time, K1 will go live for customers to order. Right now, for the last, I guess, almost 3 months, 2.5 months, only been available to partner purchases with intention, right? Intention to really expand our partner network, also to kind of get the transition into Shopify and transition of smart chips and all of the different things that Lynn was mentioning as far as bumps in the road go. And most of that is behind us. Now we're never going to have 100% like, it's never perfect. However, we're continuously adding different things, updating things, and there's just always, it's a complex world in the world of AI bots and integration of websites and all of that. So I'm really excited for where we're at right now. If you haven't noticed, Smart Chips have been running consistently and they're running on a daily basis now. They should be back on track. You can edit your products in the back office. You can email support and make changes. Things are really starting to just fire on all cylinders. That being said, we really felt like we didn't want to wait any longer to launch K1 to customers. Why? Is because we have all of these brand new partners who have been coming in who are excited to get this in the hands of their, you fill in the blank. Or you have a ton of individuals that, maybe they're just not looking for a business, but they're ready to change their life. Maybe they're not ready to partner and share this at the level you do, but they're ready for the energy. They're ready to have mental clarity. They're ready to focus and just feel better. Right. And we've been kind of selling some trials, selling some, 5 packs. Here, buy some from me, buy some from me, but it's just not the same as them committing to, 30 servings of K1 and getting started. So, tonight at midnight, it is available. There will be a link that shows up on the Pruvit website. There'll also be a pulse that comes out in the morning, which gives the direct link. It's very simple. You'll see it. It'll be easy to access. The new page to offer K1 is very similar to the partner page, except it's all around the product. So it's a one-stop shop, and it's really great opportunity for you to send to somebody who is interested in ketones, where they learn more about what ketones are. They learn more about why they should take it. They learn more about the benefits that they get. There's 2 different videos on there. There's video testimonials on there. And then they have an opportunity to buy, 10 servings, 20 servings, 30 servings of any of the flavors that they want. And we have a really cool pricing structure set up where if they do 10 servings of, berry charged, they get a normal price. They can set up subscribe and save. They get the discounted price. They do 20 servings. They're going to get a discount because they're getting 20, or they can set up a subscribe and save with that, and they can get a special price. They can do 30 servings and get an even bigger discount because they're buying more, right? And then they set up subscribe and save, and they get a discount. Now, one of the neat things we're doing this month, and for this month only at the moment, is anybody that sets up subscribe and save, if they're not already a VIP member, they get their initial order at 25% off. This is kind of a launch strategy. This is a special to offer to someone saying, hey, if you set up subscribe and save, you actually get 25% off of your order. Normally, you just get 15%, and then once it runs, you get that 25%. So we're discounting it fully to that 25. The outcome here is to give somebody a reason to say, all right, I want to save some extra dollars. I'll set that up and commit to this, right? Consciously, they're committing. Subconsciously, they're like, all right, it's coming again next month. Like, I want to get the best results possible. They're going to take it more seriously. So this will be simple when they go to checkout. It will give them an option, right? It'll say buy at one time or set up subscribe and save. That's it. If they don't have subscribe and save, this is how they set it up. And if you've noticed, right now we have the whole website set up that way. So if somebody is not a VIP member, the way that they get that set up is go to the website and order something, right? And set up subscribe and save, just like you would on Amazon, right? You'd add, I want the sweetener on subscribe and save. You buy it and you click on the subscribe and save button. Same thing here. With Shopify, our goal is really just to get into that kind of mainstream kind of shopping experience. So, what do we do with this information? Well, everybody on here has certain groups of people, right? we just talked about optimize you and inviting to it. Like that's a given. Everybody that you know, you need to invite to that event. Why? Because they're going to get value. They're going to understand. They're going to learn something. It will shift who they are, right? Every time we learn something, we grow, we change as a human, and we literally start our life different from that point forward. So, number one, like we're going to invite everybody. Now, in the meantime, there are people that you have right now that you've been talking to over the last 80 days who are interested in K1. You don't have to wait for them to get on to Optimize You to go grab their K1 tomorrow morning. I would create some urgency around it. Hey, it just launched. Like you're going to be one of the first. Here's my link. Let's get you set up. Let me know if you have any questions, right? Or I'd ask them, hey, we literally just launched this 6 hours ago. Do you want to be one of the first? If so, I can send you my private link. Simple. So tonight, I want you to write down the list of 5 names who you're like, these are my people. I bet if I asked them, they would order. Who are your 5? Right? Son, daughter, friend, mom, dad, neighbor, somebody you went to college with. Like, who are those 5? And first thing when you wake up in the morning, or you could do it after this Zoom. Hey, I just got off of a Zoom. Just found out we're launching K1 to our customers tomorrow. It's not open yet, but if I got you the link, would you want to check it out? You're going to love it. Can everybody send that message out tonight to 5 people? I mean, there's 143 people on right now, times 5 would be like 700. That's pretty good. I think we can do that. Now, if you want to overachieve, send it to 10, right? If you're like, hey, I really want to build this at a high level, send it to 20. And then tomorrow, it's dig a little bit deeper. Who else is on that list that you're inviting to Optimize You and say, hey, oh yeah, we're going to be talking about this on Optimize You. So I'd recommend grabbing it now before the mad rush so that you can get in the front of the line for shipping. Because I know a lot of people are going to be ordering this. It's going to be insane. That's the simplicity, guys, of our business. And we've finally we're putting all the pieces together. The outcome of this is to impact world global health through amazing information in this conversation, right? And we're doing that one conversation at a time. What does that look like for you and your business? It looks like more people that are aware of it, drinking it on a daily basis, and then it expands because they love how they feel and they're sharing it with other people. We have partners and we have customers, right? Customers become raving fans, they become VIP members, they're on a subscription. Next thing you know, your overall volume on a monthly basis is expanding, it's growing, right? And that's where you start to see things shift and stick and start to stack. So I'm excited about this momentous week because this is the beginning of the stacking of our business over the next couple of years, right? This truly is the shift. I was at a direct selling university meeting this last week. It's like a conference like we're going to have here in Clearwater Beach next week, except it's a conference put on for the CEOs, presidents, executives of network marketing companies. And at this conference, there were 600 people there, probably 100 plus, maybe 200 network marketing companies represented. And it was interesting just to hear from different leaders inside of these companies, not field leaders like corporate executives. It's a very low energy event, very like, people don't stand up a lot. They're on their computer and they're listening to the speakers. But a very interesting event. You get to hear a lot of what's going on in the industry. You get to hear from different companies and hear what's working, hear the challenges that they're facing, how they're overcoming it. And nothing that was said there was super profound, right? Nothing that was said there was just like, oh my gosh, that company has the secret, right? One thing that I discovered is they're all doing the same thing, right? It's all the basics. It's attract, connect, and roll, and it's finding different ways to create fun and excitement ways of creating conversations. It's connecting to great resources and information around the business and teaching, reps how to use social media, how to use AI, how to, validate the conversation. And at the same time, it's getting them started. It's the technology in the back end. It's the system that the companies are using to ship the product, to make sure they take payments, and all the kind of boring stuff that you don't have to deal with. But what was interesting is very few, I'm talking out of the 200 companies, less than five would have what I would consider interesting products. Like, oh, they have something that's trending right now, or oh, they have something that's interesting, like that I would couldn't find anywhere else. That's like unique value prop to them. Like less than five. If I'm saying five, I'm including Pruvit in that, and the other four are a little bit of a stretch. And I might be biased because I drink ketones and I've been drinking them for the last 10 years, but y'all know, and you've been behind the curtain of what this product is. Like there is nothing that even comes close, that even creates the impact that ketones do. There is stuff that's kind of novel and cool, right? There's a company there called Super Patch. Crazy growth over the last 3 years. They have all these patches that have this like vibration technology. It's neat. It's very novel. You go ask Perplexity to do some research and dive into the validity. My face is frozen, isn't it?
Yeah.
The validity of this product, and it basically comes back and says, yeah, it's probably 40 or 50% placebo. Um, and maybe there's some validity to it. I'm just like, ouch. But they're excited because they've got a great conversation with some, validated science to it, and they've got some doctors that are excited about it, but it's not real, right? It's not like so transformative that literally I could go through my phone and tell you story after story after story after story, go on this Zoom and just go from one person to the next, to the next, to the next, hearing how ketones have impacted you, and then probably, five of your closest friends and family members. So you got to let that sink in and let that give you pause. And then Dustin mentioned something. He said, if this were to go just on a store shelf, it might take 50 years for it to become a hot topic, right? If not to be confused with the store that my 12-year-old likes to go to in the mall. Um, it took GLPs from 2004 to gain the notoriety that they have today. And here we are, 10 years into ketones. I feel like we've done a pretty good job of creating education, but the awareness, that bubble of awareness, it's tough to get to expand, right? And it's going to be on us to expand it. That's where the numbers in this network marketing business that we're in have to work for us. Meaning, if we have 140 people on this Zoom, we have to double this Zoom between now and the end of May. We need to have 300. Why? Because 300 times 10 new conversations is 3,000. Well, the next month we got to have 600. Why? Because 600 times 10 new conversations is a lot. 6,000, right? Add all those together and you start to see it expand. Now, if each of us says, hey, I'm going to commit to have, three new conversations a day, right? That's 100 people in a month, give or take. Now we're really starting to amplify the awareness of this, right? If I don't just talk to 10 in a month, but I talk to 100 in a month, and we're multiplying that times 140 or times 300, now we're talking true impact that can go well into every single community in the United States, right? There's 19,500 cities and towns in the United States of America. If you add in Canada, you're probably looking at like 24 or 25,000. So in this portion of English speaking, French, maybe some Spanish, North America, let's call it 25,000 towns. We have 143 people on this Zoom. That's it. So you can either look at that and say, my gosh, why don't we have more people? Or you can say, my goodness, we have a lot of opportunity and a lot of work to do. We just got to get to it. So the simplicity is speed. Right now, with the simplicity of offering K1, offering the ability to be a partner, there's really just two options. Join me. Become a customer, drink it, feel amazing. Make sure you set up subscribe and save so you get our best pricing and you don't want to miss a day. Or join me in the business, partner with me. Let me show you how you can earn an income with this. and grow something meaningful for your retirement or for the rest of your life. And I'm telling you, with that, we can reach those 25,000 cities and towns, right? It's just a matter of a little bit of intensity, a little bit of energy, and having some fun along the way. So I'm excited for tomorrow. It's going to be an amazing day. Stay tuned to your pulse. I'm also excited to see y'all in Clearwater Beach next week. I heard Lynn was out there scoping it out, and it sounds like they have an amazing beach. We do still have a few tickets left. If you have not yet committed, there's still time. You can still join us. It's going to be an amazing weekend, and it's going to be transformative from a business and a personal standpoint. So can't wait to see you all there.
100%, Nick. Me either. I want to ask a quick question. Now, there is the K1 site. I don't want to jump over to that, but I've had it sitting in the chat. I didn't want to hit send yet. Do you want to share with everyone what their new link would be for that page? Or are we waiting?
Um,
I probably
Good
asked the wrong
question.
question, sounds like.
That's a good question. That link might change, so let's hold off on that. There might be a
Okay.
few updates made
So then
before.
let's tell them where to go because we've been having questions. What link are we using? And it would be
So
go ahead.
if you go to pruvit.com, there will be a link in pruvit.com,
Okay.
and then you can send that. If you just click on it, it will show you what the URL is, and you can just copy that and send it. It'll also be sent in the Pulse. So right now, if you want a partner to join, you go to pruvit.com. It says K1 partner link, and you just copy or click on that and copy it. That's what you send. So pretty simple. It will be coming out. It will go live at midnight tonight, and when it does, check it out and then start sending it out. You'll be locked and loaded and good to go.
And yes, Dina, your referral code is the same unless you've changed it.
That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I did go out and scoped out Clearwater Beach yesterday. It's Sand Key right across the little bridge from Clearwater Beach, and I've been to this hotel multiple times. I grew up here. I'm really excited for everybody to come and see my town. I really am. I'm really excited for everybody to come and visit, have fun, enjoy the white powdered sand that I've grown up on. It's really a unique place. And I think we're going to have some really great, not just content, but I want to say come and learn and be with the people that are going in the same direction. We all are at home. We get the no's, we get the why do you have to do that Zoom tonight? We get a lot of things that cause us to feel a little bit of resistance within ourselves sometimes, or maybe this isn't what I should be doing. And I promise you that events are so important. Um, Showing up, like Brian always says, it's 99% of life. And we have a beautiful place to come and learn and be together. And truly, this, 10 years from now, when y'all are pushing me around in a wheelchair, now it won't be 10 years, I'll be 20. I want this event to be the one that you remember as being the event that anchored you here and Pruvit forever. I hope tonight's anchoring you in, I hope as well. But in reality, Nick, talk a little bit about the importance about events to you and what are you excited about for Clearwater Beach? I know you said there's still some tickets available. We still have some rooms available too.
Look at that. My face is frozen again. That's
That's
it.
what I do. That's what I do to people. I'm sorry.
That's right. That's right. It'll catch up here in a second. Um, I'm I Prove It events are transformative. Prove It events are magical. Anytime you have an opportunity to come with a group of like-minded people and spend time around those who, like Lynn said, are going in the same direction that you are going, magic can happen. And the change that you're looking for in your life and in your business comes from the change that you make to yourself. And if you want things to change, you have to change. If you want a better business, you have to become better. And the only way to do that is to put yourself in an environment that stretches you a little bit and causes you to get out of your comfort zone and at the same time gives you tools, resources, community and the environment in order to just make it happen. So I know my camera's dark and you guys can't see my face, but it's part of the magic.
You are the Wizard of Oz behind the
That's it.
green curtain. It's the black curtain right now. We'll call it the green curtain though. But I'm really excited for this event. I'm excited for tomorrow, and I'm really happy that you all came tonight. Did you have anything else you wanted to follow up with, Nick, before we go?
No, have the expectation and the awareness and excitement that we have our hands on something special, that people's lives are going to change around you. And if you start leaving your house just saying, hey, people are showing up every day who are looking for me, they'll show up. They'll be out there and they'll look for you in the business, they'll look for you for the product. And they can come out of the woodwork if that's what you choose to, if that's the story you choose to write in your life.
I love that. I love that. If it's the story you choose, because we get to choose our stories and write our futures. And this is a great place to be together and start this kickoff with the future of where you want it to go and who do you want to be with you and who are you going to attract to you with your energy. They may not come to this event. We're going to have another one. We're going to have Zooms. We're going to have all of those things. But grab somebody by the hand and say, come with me. I want you to experience this. I want you to see what we're all about. And if you know anybody in this area, I would suggest you give them a call and ask them what they're doing Friday and Saturday, and they should come and join us because I know for my own self, and I'm going to leave you all with this, is that the first event I went to anchored me here, and it still anchors me here today because of the people I experienced, the things that I learned, and the community I saw that was going and could be my family forever. And so I hope you get to experience that as well. And if you have already experienced that, I hope you'll share that with other people because it is a very special group of people that have it within ourselves to go share a product and have a passion about what we're doing that's going to change the world, has already changed the world, and will continue to do that as we grow, innovate, and become uh, the only place people will come to get ketones when it's in everyone's home every day and when they're drinking it on their way to work and they're sharing it with other people. We'll be the ones that will always remember it starts today, folks. Your future starts today. So everybody, let's just get a little bit of energy going here. I want to end this with more energy than we came in with. So I see it. Let's go. Everybody, I applaud you all. I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't wait to see you in Sand Key, Clearwater Beach. Y'all have a great night. Let's go.